The question, in my opinion, always with empties is, would I buy them again? And that is actually the question. So let's talk about the products that I finished in the month April, May, and June. So another 3 months have passed. I with a lot of things do it in a quarterly turn. So here we have now the empties of 3 months. They will be here in no particular order. I just pull them out, say some words, and tell you if I want to repurchase them or not. Let's start with the first one, a lipstick that I actually emptied. This is the Pat McGrath Lip Fetish Balm in the shade Noir. As you can see, there is just a little bit left on the bottom, and to be honest, this was actually my sheerest black balm ever. This was nearly invisible on the lips, so I actually kept it at my workstation here for during the day, and I just applied it like a regular lip balm because they do actually feel very, very nice. Would I repurchase this? Absolutely not, because it is just not what I am looking for at this point with my black balms. But I think this is a great beginner balm if you don't want to commit to too much of a black vibe going on. Next up, we have a mascara primer. This is the full size this time of the MAC Stack Legit Lift Lash Primer. I finished a mini version that I got as a gift with purchase already, repurchased this one in a big one, and to be honest, I would not repurchase this now. I don't know what it is, but even here, the mini version was so much better than the big size. It did absolutely nothing. To be honest, it even made my lashes a bit bad looking, especially in the evening, because it was impossible to get the mascara off. And this is not a waterproof primer, so this is not waterproofing your lash stuff. And I am not using waterproof mascara at all because I don't like it, but I had to nearly rip out my lashes to get this completely off. It was a pain. And the primer that I'm currently using, oh boy, this has the potential to be the best one because it's the Tarte tubing primer that literally turns every mascara into a tubing mascara. I love it. I love it so much. But this one, sadly, the small one was better, the test version, but the big one, really not my type. Then we have a brow gel that I actually emptied. This is nearly invisible here on the packaging. It's the Rare Beauty brow gel, and I really like this. I think this is one of the better Rare Beauty products, and there is still a little bit left here, but it just got gunked up so fucking bad that I don't want to smear this on my brows anymore. But it is a fairly good brow gel. It has a really good price, and honestly, I'm not 100% sure if this is a full size or if I bought a tester back then. But I can imagine that this is the full size because it has 4.5 grams. How much does my... could be a test size, because the Too Faced Fluff and Hold, which is the best one when it comes to fluffy brows if you want to have this, is 9 grams. And my Glossier Boy Brow has 3.8 grams, but that's a full size too. So it could be, but if I honestly repurchase this, and this is a potential repurchase, I would go for the small size if this has two sizes. Again, not 100% sure, but my phone is somewhere else, so I don't want to look up now. We have a couple powders to talk about, and the first one that I want to show you, this is the Florasis You Wrong Airbrushed Tinted Pressed Powder in the shade Z20 Cream. This one I completely finished. I added this to my focus box, and I will say about the focus box some words at the end of the video. And I actually then ended up applying this only to set my eye primer once I emptied the center, because it is then, I don't want to hassle with repressing, to be honest, so I didn't want to just pull out just from the sides, and then I didn't have enough on the brush, so I just used it to set my eye primer with a smaller eye brush, or like under eye setting powder brush that I have. I do like this powder. I think it is fairly stunning. I wish they had more shades because I can wear Z20 and Z25, so I don't have a problem with both of the shades. But I just wish that they had more lighter, and of course more deeper shades, because this is a powder you should not sleep on, but it has only 2 shades, so it is impossible to get your probably perfect fitting shade. Z20 and Z25 both are a tad bit too warm for me, but I can make them work actually. But again, I wish that they would expand the shades. They now brought out a new version of this powder that I of course have here too. It has this more greeny packaging here. It is the Eurong blurring pressed powder, but what is special about this powder has actually SPF 50 in it. And to be honest, now that I look at it, it looks like this is a little bit lighter than the Z20 in the Eurong cream, but it is the same shade. I don't know. I have tested the SPF powders too already. They came in a collection with an SPF primer. Both are freaking great, but again, this one, stunning powder if the shade matches you. Another powder that is empty is my Westman Atelier Vital Press Skincare Powder. This is the shade, or this was the shade, Pink Bubble. I already emptied a translucent one last year, and now I focus a little bit here on Pink Bubble, and now it's gone. And to be honest, this is a product that I will not repurchase. And it has nothing to do with the quality, because it hurts me. This powder is so good as an under eye setting powder, but it comes with only 5 grams of product and costs €80. Don't get me wrong, I'm a luxe bitch through and through, but even I have, I have lines that can be crossed, and $80 for 5 grams of powder. No, thank you. No, thank you. Honestly, Westman Atelier, just look at other luxury brands. The Chanel powder, the Universal Loose powder, is 30 grams for €60. The Guerlain Perwour powder is also 30 grams for €90. But you want to have 80... No, you want to have €80 for 5 grams? My head just got twisted a bit. No, thank you. I will not do this again. The last powder to mention here is by MAC. This is my MAC Studio Fix Pro Set and Blur powder. I really like this, but I went through this so fucking quick. This has 12 grams, so this is a standard sized powder. But honestly, I did not had this for a long time. I feel like I purchased this in November, October, something like that. And yes, I had it in my focus box 100%, but I feel like I just ran through this so quick that I feel like this might not be the best powder if you want to have something for a longer time. But I could be completely wrong because I just focused on this. But it is also a very thin powder. So this is so finely milled that when you open it, it dusts away. So maybe I wasted 50% of the powder just by flying it in the air. I don't know. Let's talk about next. Oh yeah, let's do this one. This, my friends and families, is the Isamaya 5-Point Lift Concealer. And you might be surprised now, like, Ella, you literally just got this. Why is it empty? Well, let me insert this picture here. The concealer, this was, by the way, the cap that I just lost here. The concealer here inside completely separated. So pigment, concealer pigment, and whatever mixing stuff is in there, I actually assume it's water. I'm fine with separating. A lot of my foundations separate because they stay here. Other concealers I have do separate, but do you know what I do then? I give them a good shake. Did that too. But because of the packaging, because of the airtight packaging, it was nearly impossible to mix it back together. So I thought, okay, then I will put something here on the mixing plate and then just mix it on the plate and apply it. I don't mind going that extra step because I really like this stuff. Although it is a little bit too yellow, but again, I do like this. No chance. This picture here that you see were 2 clicks. It squirted completely out here. So honestly, I feel like this is a bit of a packaging flaw. I contacted the Izamaya customer service and they promised me to send a replacement of this, but honestly, I don't know how much time has passed when you see the video, but here in my filming timeline, 15 calendar days have passed since they promised me the replacement, since I got the €0 order confirmation for the replacement, and nothing has happened. I contacted them again asking what was going on. They answered me that there seems to be an issue and they will get in touch with the warehouse and will update me on the status of this, but this in my timeline was 6 days ago. So honestly, I don't know how the story is going to end, but I feel a little bit, I am annoyed. I'm not only annoyed by this, that this has happened, because at the end it is still, I think, 38 euros, so it is not a cheap concealer. But the way I now get treated for this, questionable. Very, very questionable, but I will update you on this if I ever get my replacement or not. Honestly, I would be beyond pissed, sad, annoyed, I don't know what other words we can put in here, if this now completely escalates, because I just love the Zamaya brand. And I really, I have a hard time talking so bad about them, because I just, despite a couple products, love what they have brought out. I love the vision behind that. So I try to just put this under small mistakes, formulation mistakes that can be corrected, or maybe I had a bad product, although a friend sent me a customer review from the website where someone was saying the exact same thing. So we wait on this. Updates are common. Next up, we have another product from my focus box, the Ritual Defy Thornile. I completely emptied this. Is this something I will repurchase? Actually, I would, but Ritual Defy is not easy to get. I have to order it directly from the website, so that means super high shipping costs, taxes, blah, blah, blah. So if I ever repurchase this, it has to be in a bigger order, you know? I don't buy one thing off of the brand's website just for that one primer. So maybe at some point when my primers are emptied and I don't have anything here, I actually would repurchase this. It is an oil, yes, but it looks stunning on the skin. We have another primer that still has product in it. This is the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer, and this is the mini version of it. Sadly, this has gone bad. I wanted to apply this, and I remember that initially it didn't smell like anything, and when I the last time wanted to apply this, it smelled something between fishy and burnt plasticky. So call this empty, because I used a good half of this, but actually it just got bad, which is a shame. But to be honest, this primer is a remaining product from a time, I don't know, 2.5 years ago, where I just started to panic buy a lot of stuff, and it all was put here in a in my backup drawer, and it is actually my fault that it has gotten bad, because it has been sitting here for way too long, to be honest. But I do really like this. This is also a potential repurchase. This is very illuminating, so you will look very mattely shiny with this, but this is the look that I like. Next up, from my actual focus box, we have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. I wear the shade 1. It's not the perfect fit, it's a little bit too yellow, but it was doable. I didn't go the extra step and cut it open. There is probably still a good 5 to 6, maybe even 10 uses in it, but I think I'm done. I'm done with this foundation in general. I do like this, but I also don't think that this is a skin tint. I think this is just a glowy, nearly full coverage foundation. But that's just my opinion. Would I repurchase this? Yes and no. In terms of skin tints, I have better ones like Lisa Eldridge or the Summer Fridays one. The Made by Mitchell skin tint is awesome. In terms of glowy foundations, well, also not, because I have other ones that are just like more than this. But it is a solid, good foundation. So if you are on the hunt for looking for something that is glowy, but that is one thing that I want to give to it. It feels like a skin tint, but it does not apply like a skin tint. So if this is something that you now hear and be like, oh my god, this is exactly what I've been looking for all my life, then this is a good one. Next up, again, also from my focus box, but I think I added this very, very late in the 3-month, the Chanel Skin Enhancer. This is the shade Soft Pink, and you would think that, hey, there is still a lot of product in there, but something squirted out. So you see what I mean. It just every now and then just squirts out. Where did it go? 1 second. That was very, very close to the white wall here. So, whew. Yeah, but you see, it's because of the packaging. Also, it is impossible to screw open. I don't know. You can move this, yes, but I keep on spinning, and it doesn't open, so I didn't want to break it. And honestly, I did not like it that much that I would go that extra step and put the effort in. The foundation, the Chanel No. 1 foundation, that's a completely different story. This is one of the best foundations ever to exist. But the Skin Enhancer, aside from the fact that this pink is actually peach and not pink, I don't think it's that special. We have 2 mini mascaras here, so actually it was not a lot of mascara these days. But the 2 mini ones I have here are the Benefit Bad Girl Bang and the Sumptuous Mascara, Sumptuous Extreme from Estee Lauder. This, every now and then, is just a gift with purchase with literally every shop that I can shop here. And the Bad Girl Bang, this was also a gift with purchase, but to be honest, from this mascara, I specifically only buy the small version. I tried the big one, didn't like it, went back to the small version, loved it. I don't know what it is, but especially Benefit Mascara is that super weird thing. The small sizes are better. This is a small travel size. This was a gift with purchase, truly. I think the bigger mini size is 4 grams and this is only 3. I don't know, but I do really like it. But I also love rubber bristle brushes like that. Oh my god, say that 5 times very fast. Rubber bristle brushes. The Estee Lauder Sumptuous Mascara, this has a super big hairy brush. I do like this, and I am always just amazed that technically 50% of this packaging here is the brush. So this is crazy. It is a great mascara. This is one that I never purchased the full size of because I had, I think, at least 5 of these gift with purchases at one point because Douglas, Zalando, and I don't know, whoever is sending these always out as gift with purchase. It is a great mascara, but nothing I would buy the full size from. Another brow gel that I already repurchased is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, the Brow Freeze Gel. Oh boy, again, there is also a little bit left, but it got a bit gunky, to be honest. I love this brow gel so much. This is so good. It is wet. So if you never used a brow gel like this, let me tell you, this is a wet brow gel, and I highly recommend going in with a super light hand for the first time, because when I used it the first couple times, I was left with gonks of this on my brows because I just underestimated the moistness of this. This is a truly wet, cementing brow gel. These will not move your brows. It is amazing. I really love this. But yes, I already repurchased this. And then we have another mascara primer that I actually gave a second chance, but it did the same thing that it did the last time. The Better Than Sex Foreplay mascara primer from Too Faced. I appreciate this mascara primer because it is black, so this is a good thing. Sometimes with white primers, it can take a little bit of extra product to get everything covered. This one though, this has tiny, does it have fibers? I always assume it has fibers because, yeah, I think it has fibers. But the problem is, it does not look like it, but it's dry. It is so dry that it doesn't even transfer from the brush to the lashes. I tried to loosen it up with a little bit of Inglet, you know, all the mixing stuff. Does not work. Actually, it gunks up a little bit. So I gave it a second chance, bought it the second time. After I was let down the first time, I thought, okay, maybe it was a me thing. Let's just try it again. But it didn't go well. So yeah, no thank you, no repurchase. And last but not least, I don't know, in the whole history of YouTube, did anybody ever finish a MAC paint pot? Because here I am. Please give me that gold plate, give me the medal. Here it is. This is Painterly, yes, Painterly paint pot. There is still a little bit left here, but you know what? That has been, it has gotten dry with that last bit. As long as you have the full like surface still going on, it might seem like it dries up very quick, but it doesn't, because I was constantly with a brush like this going on top, doing like one round on top, and the more I got to the bottom, the drier it has gotten, which is a shame, but I loved this as a primer. It gave me so much throwback feelings to when I first got really big into YouTube makeup, 2013, 2014, you know, that golden era, golden times. And back then I wasn't able to afford MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Now I was, and I was not let down. But will I repurchase this? That is the thing. I think the Painterly paint pots, or in general the paint pots, not only Painterly, they are very good when you not only want to prime your lid, but you also want to cover your lid. If you have visible veins that you don't like, if you have some redness, discoloration going on, and you just want to cover this, I think the paint pots are amazing. But this is not my thing with the lids, you know? I want to have an eye primer that makes my eyeshadows stay on through the apocalypse, and believe it or not, this eye primer actually exists. I'm currently using it. I used it before I cracked open the paint pot a year ago. And this was one of the colors. What the fuck is wrong here? But you know what? It's been 30 degrees. I'm melting. This room is melting. Ugh, don't ask for it. But I've been now back into that primer that has been laying around here now, and it's still going strong. You are sleeping on this. If you have never ever tried the Smashbox Intensified 24-hour eye primer, where have you been? Honestly, I never say things like run, don't walk, blah, 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 blah. I think these are just stupid phrases. This primer, even oily indie shimmers do not crease on me. And I am team everything creases, because I think there is no thing such as no creasing. It's impossible. This, after 10 hours of wear with an oily, flaky indie shimmer on top, had one little breakage going on. But the rest of the lid was still going strong. I will film at some point in a short format a wear test of this, just to show you this, because it is so good. Or I will include this in the end of year rankings. I think I will. And by the way, if you want to know how it looks like, I'm talking about this one here. This is so good. I repurchased 2 of this now, just in case people find out that this is a good one. Because I think Smashbox is just a brand that people have forgotten that they exist. And there you have it, my friends. I, in total, in the past 3 months, used up 16 different products with a total worth of €500.79. I love empties time. I absolutely do. And I can't wait to do in February? Why did I say that? In December, during ELLAGRAM, doing my end of year empties and then doing a summary of all the products that I used up, all the numbers, all the prices, all the worths in every category. But be sure the biggest category is going to be mascara, as always. And I think this year it also will be a very close tie between primers actually and powders, because I've been really focusing with different sort of primers. Currently I am focusing on the strobe cream from MAC. This is the old one in pink, because the new UV light I really love. I love the new packaging. Everything is so much better with the new one, but I want to finish pink first. Talking about focusing, I decided to stop my project pan-like focus box for one reason. I felt bored. And that is the problem with me and project pans and just like fixed constructs around the project pan. I get bored so quickly, and I did these focus boxes now for 1.5 years, I think, and that gave me good progress. But for me, honestly, the product that I want to focus on, I just want to grab and put in there. I don't want to go through the hassle and track everything. Honestly, midway through the past 3 months, I stopped tracking the product. So I have no clue how many uses I had, because sometimes I just want to have the product in front of me and use it and not want to track everything. I don't want to make lists or whatever. I want to focus on stuff and just use it plain for the sake of using it. So with this one, it is just here next to me so that I can automatically grab when I do my makeup. And I will maybe put a powder next to it for the next time. My other product that I'm currently focusing on is actually this one here. This is the Smashbox X Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And as you can tell, I have a good progress, but don't ask me how long it took me and how many uses been in there. So I will stop the tracking. I will just grab what I feel like I want to focus on now and use it as long as I want to. And if I manage to empty them, they will land here in my box of empties, and I will talk about them every 3 months. I think this is something very important also for you. If you feel stressed out with project pans, if you feel pressured, if you lose all the joy with a project pan, it is okay to not call it a project pan. It is okay to just go on without a name, or to just interchange the products. I never understood, especially in the project pan subs and Reddit, why people are pressuring themselves so much. These constant questions of, yeah, I have this little product that I don't like, what can I do with it? Toss it, girl. Honestly, I know the thought behind this, because we don't want to be wasteful, absolutely. But hate panning stuff makes you hate the product so much more. It will not change your opinion, and you will lose all the joy of using that specific product. When you gave a product a fair shot, even in a project pan, and you just realized, you know what, there is just no way that I will ever fall in love with this product, or just I will ever feel comfortable just pushing through this, toss it. Nobody will kill you for that, so calm your tits. That is my word on this. Thank you so much as always, and let me know, are there any exciting products that you emptied in the past time, and would you repurchase them? Is there a product that you constantly have in your empties and you repurchase constantly because it is that good? Share it with all of us. I'm very curious, the others too. So thank you so much for joining me. Subscribe to miss any of the other upcoming videos, and I'll see you very soon.